What's going on, guys? It's Char here, back with another weekly one-shot challenge from Fantasy Flight Games. This week it is challenge number 13, which is named Complete the Collection. We have to defeat Collector 1 with any hero or heroes, so this week we're choosing Venom. We're going to try and do some funny confuse lock things. The couple stipulations for this challenge is that you can no longer lose by the collection. Normally in this scenario, if 5 per player cards are ever in the collection, you instantly lose. That lose condition is no longer active. Instead, what happens is you can no longer remove cards from the collection, which make a couple of his other cards tougher, and especially when he goes from stage 2 into stage 3, well, you'll see how that can pose a challenge. But let's go ahead and get down to the table and see how it goes. Okay, so here we are down at the table. Now we're fighting the collector here. I believe this is collector 1, but the thing about this challenge that they made it good is that you can no longer actually lose by filling up the collection. But for his encounter deck, what we have is Infiltrate the Museum, Galactic Artifacts, and the Standard Encounter set, along with Menagerie Melody. Standard and Expert sets are in here. We have our Obligation because we're playing Venom. We have Menagerie Melody, we have Galactic Artifacts, and then what's the last one? It should be in here as well. If it's not, I need to go fetch that. Galactic Artifacts. Let's see. Is it in here? Galactic Artifacts. Infiltrate the Museum. Oh, yes. Okay, Infiltrate the Museum is his encounter set. Okay, we're good. I was getting confused there for a second. Right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and shuffle up his encounter deck real quick, and we're going to see how this goes. So he has a couple of when revealed, and we're also going to create the collection game area, put the top card of each player's deck face up into the collection. So we do have to do that setup, so I'm going to shuffle up my deck real quick. After I finish shuffling up the encounter deck. When it says in player order, each player must choose to either put the top card of their deck face up into the collection or take 3 damage. I think for Venom, we're probably just going to take the damage. Let's go ahead and put down the encounter deck. So we're going to shuffle up our player deck. Again, we are on Justice Venom here today, so that should be pretty fun. Shuffling up a good amount of times. Still shuffling. And okay, we have to do the setup on the Grand Collection. So we can't actually do our setup first. So let's see what gets put in the collection. Okay, a double. So that is part of the collection now. We're going to flip this over. So there's a couple things on the Grand Collection. It's going to come in with 4 threat. It says hero action. We can choose to exhaust your hero or spend 2 resources of any type to discard 1 card from the collection. But the thing is that is disabled during this challenge. But the good thing about it is that we can no longer lose for the collection having at least 5 per player cards, as it says here. So essentially his whole main scheme is blanked. It's not entirely true because when he goes to his phase 3, he is able to, what's it called? He puts 1 threat on the main for each card in the collection. So, what that happens is that even though we can kind of ignore the collection in this, it is kind of a race because if there's at least 10 cards in here and we flip him to phase 3, it's instantly going to scheme out and we lose. So there is some, troubles to keep track of here, but hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. We're going to do the collectors when revealed. Now, in player order, each player must choose to either put the top card of my deck into the collection or take 3 damage. I think I'm just going to take 3 damage here, go down to 9 health, go ahead and put that back. And we're going to just draw up our hand size here. We already shuffled it, so he took the top card of the deck. So let's just draw up here. Oh, wait. So I'm actually not sure how the setup works here. I think it's after I choose my hand, so we're going to just draw up here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm pretty sure it's, what's it called? It's after I choose my hand. So, so we're going to discard cards until I discard a weapon upgrade and add it to our hand. I don't think we need Grasping Tendrils. I don't think we need any of these. We'll keep both pistols and we'll just draw up. So let's draw up 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I do really like a lot of these cards. And now we're going to do our setup ability. We're going to discard cards from the top of my deck until I discard a weapon upgrade, and then add that card to your hand. So we're probably going to be discarding for a minute here, considering we've seen so many weapons. I think the only one left is multi-gun, if I'm, remembering correctly. So wherever multi-gun is, that's the weapon that we're going to be end up getting. Wow, this is an insane, this is an insane setup. Yeah, I think multi-gun is, yep, there it is. Okay, so we discarded, quite a few cards here. That is Venom for you. Okay, and that's to us. So we're gonna start this off. 4th threat on the main here. Okay, wow, what are we gonna do? I think we always have to get the multi-gun down. We definitely want to get down our Project Rebirth. It's going to let us draw a card right now. Or we can just... Let me see this. Okay. We could do these 3. We can play Project Rebirth. Oh, we can play out every single one of our weapons, I think. If we draw off of Project Rebirth instead. Which I think I'm definitely going to do. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 resource here, being the Sonic Rifle. We're going to play Project Rebirth. Oh, I didn't get anything fast. Those are definitely supposed to be in the deck, but that's all right. We'll play it out. Project Rebirth is going to come in. Ready, we're going to exhaust it. We're going to choose either draw a card or heal 3 damage. We're going to choose to draw. We drew into a Strength, which is kind of crazy. I actually don't think we need it. Kind of sucks that we drew into that, but it is what it is. Okay. Actually, instead of playing both pistols, maybe we just get the Confuse going early on the Collector. We'll do a basic attack onto him, deal 3 damage to him. Oh, I forgot to change his health points. He definitely doesn't start with that many. He starts with 14. He does not start with 28. Okay. Let me see this. Yeah, maybe we do just get rid of one of the pistols, which kind of sucks, but I think getting the Confuse and then being able to flip down again next turn is going to be really good for us. How many cards we have left in deck? Are we instantly getting an encounter card? We are. No, not if we get the Strength in our hand, which is going to be good. Okay. We're going to flip up here into Venom. We can control 1 additional card that has a restricted keyword. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend these. Yes. These 3 resources for multi-gun. No, we still have to spend it anyways. It doesn't really make a difference. We're just replacing 1 for 1. Unless we go... yeah, no, I don't think it makes a difference. I think we're decking out regardless. I think what we want to do, I guess we'll just play it as we were going to play it and hope we draw into another Confuse. Yeah, so let's go ahead and spend our ability here. We're going to take 1 damage to generate a wild, so we're going to go down to 8 health, and we're just going to play one of our pistols down. Then I'm going to spend 1 more resource to get the other pistol down, and then we're going to spend these 2 doubles here, get down the multi-gun. So we have his entire weapon suite on turn 1, which is going to be pretty nice for us. So we have all of them here. And then now I think we're just going to deal 4 damage to him. So we're going to swing and exhaust both of our pistols to deal 4 to bring him from 14 down to 10. Then we're also going to use the multi-gun to remove 2 threat from a scheme. So this is going to bring it down to 2, and I guess we're going to ready up. Oof, it's going to go down to 2, but when the villain phase starts, it's going to go up to 3, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And we're going to draw up to our printed hand size of 5. And, we instantly have to get an encounter card here. And now it's to the Collector, so that's at 3. He's going to attack us. Do we take this attack? What do we have here? Do we even have a Confuse? We don't. He only has a base of 2. I'm not thinking it can be that bad, so I'm gonna say we'll just take the attack. So a base of 2, boost, deal 1 damage to every character you control. So we're taking 3, so we're going from 8 down to 5. Now we have 2 encounter cards to deal with. Let's do the first one. All right, let's see. Under fire, surge and reveal the top card of the encounter deck. It's probably the worst thing we could see. So this is the surge and then reveal the top card. Attach your identity. When your turn begins, place 1 poison counter here. Take 1 damage for each poison counter. And then I'd spend resources of 3 different types, discard this card. Okay, next one. Gang up. The villain and each minion engaged attacks you. Okay, we definitely can't take this attack, so we're going to defend here. And then I guess we'll use both of our pistols. So we're defending for 4, 5, and then after this activation ends, reveal this card. So we take 0 damage, attach the collector. When the collector take any amount of damage, put this face-up card in the collection, prevent all that damage and place threat on the main scheme equal to that amount. Okay? And then one more. Psionic Ghost, when revealed you are confused. If you're already confused, you take 1 damage. Okay. So that was a pretty tough turn. When our turn, oh, I didn't shuffle up. When my turn begins, place 1 poison counter here and then take 1 damage. So that has 1 poison counter, and we're going to take a damage. We are confused. It's not looking great for us, but let's see what we can do here. Right, we're shuffling up our deck. Forgot to do that. All right, let's see what we can do. There's no running guns or anything like that. We do have Nick Fury. Move 3 threat from a scheme. If you pay for this card, confuse an enemy. Deal 5 damage for an enemy if you used only. Okay. So we definitely need to spend a double. I mean, I think we'll just spend all of these. We'll just spend these cards here. Go ahead and play Nick Fury. So Nick Fury's gonna come in. We're gonna do the one to draw 3 cards. 2, 3. Superpower training. Okay. We want to get rid of the thing that's dealing us damage. I just don't think we can. No, we definitely can. It's just gonna be annoying. So we want to spend 3 different resources here to get rid of it. So I guess I'll just do that for now. Spend these 3 resources here. We'll get rid of this. It's going to go into the collection, but stops us from taking damage. We need to confuse before we flip down, and Nick Fury can kind of defend for us. So we should be okay on that front. We're going to have Nick Fury swing for 2 on the Ghost. We're going to use the multi-gun for the last 2 damage. Since, yeah, it's just deal 2 damage. It's going to go in the collection. There are 3 cards in there so far. We're going to take 1 damage here to play Endurance. Endurance is going to come in, and we get 3 extra health. So we go from 3 up to 6. And Nick Fury is going to take damage here, and that's it. I'm going to ready up. Okay. Draw up to our printing hand size of 5. Alright, we got Dazzler, we got our Spire Sense upgrade. Alright. This is going to go up to 4. The Collector is going to attack. We're going to block with Nick Fury. Space of 2, 3, 4. Nick Fury is defeated. He's going to go in the collection. Encounter card. Servant Bot. It has Guard and Patrol. And now it is back to us. Okay. Okay. We do want to flip down if we can, which I think we definitely can. It's just like, how do we want to do this? He would take any amount of damage. You have to put this card face up in the collection, prevent all that damage, and place threat equal to it on the main scheme, which is pretty annoying. So I think we want to do behind enemy lines here. I think we'll leave the Servant Guard in play. Oh no, we can't. We have to get rid of this because I can't thwart from the main at all. That's so annoying. Okay. Yeah, we just can't get rid of my Confuse here. think we just have to swing on this guy. So we'll just swing. Yeah, we'll just use them both. Why not? We're gonna defeat the servant bot. He's gonna go here. This is tough. I think I definitely want to play Dazzler. And then also Spider Sense. I think we're gonna go ahead and use the multi-gun to thwart for 2. I'm gonna spend the Power of Justice, Spider Woman, and then use this my ability here to play Dazzler. When she enters play, we're gonna confuse an enemy. We're gonna confuse the Collector here. Then we're going to flip down. I'm gonna go ahead and use Project Rebirth to draw a card. I'm gonna get this. We're gonna spend these 2 resources. Go ahead and play Spider Sense. When the villain initiates an attack against you, draw a card. And we're gonna ready up here. Oh, I guess we'll have Dazzler thwart for 2 off of this, but it's gonna go up to 1 anyways, so I'll just put it back. And then we're gonna draw up to our printed hand size of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Grasping Tendrils, Helicarrier, Run Gun. Okay, Running Gun's gonna go crazy here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, he's gonna, the main's gonna go up by 1. He's gonna try and scheme, but he can't because he's confused. And then an encounter card, Assault. It's gonna Surge. When revealed, choose one, put the highest cost card from your hand into the collection, discard the highest cost card from your hand, and then place the same amount of threat on the main scheme. I'll just discard the highest cost card from my hand. Do I want it to be Helicarrier or Run and Gun? Let's just make it Run and Gun. Then we're going to place 3 on the main, so it's going to go up to 4. And that's going to be that. Okay. It's back to us. She should have a consequential damage. Sorry guys, I'm getting everything out of order here, but we should be good. Okay, it's back to us. I think we finally, I forgot to restand this too. I think we do need to use the Project Rebirth here to heal by 3. We're going to go up to 8. We need to start just laying on some damage onto the Collector. Grasping Tendrils is really good here, I think. Yeah, it's like quite good. Okay. I do want to get the Helicarrier down though. So I think what I'll do is I'll get it down and then just swing 4, 6 damage on him. Keep the Savage Attack in hand. Yeah, it looks like a good plan to me. Okay. We're going to flip here. I'm going to spend these 2 resources plus 1 from my Symbiotic Bond. We're going to go ahead and play the Helicarrier. We'll put it here. And that'll come in. What do we do now? We're going to use the multi-gun here. You can go ahead and deal 2 damage to an enemy. The Biogram image is going to go off. When the Collector takes any damage, put this in the collection, prevent all of that. And then place an equal amount of threat on the main scheme. It's going to go up to 6. Now, do I deal damage or do I thwart to remove my confuse? Because we're going to have to do a lot of thwarting here in the future. Man, it's just like really bad. Yeah, I'll just thwart to remove my confuse. And then I'll have Dazzler thwart for 2. She takes a consequential damage. And that's it. We're going to ready up. We're going to keep these 2 in hand and just draw up 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright. What can we do? Also, I haven't been keeping track of like any weapons or upgrades leaving play. Has any of that happened this game? I don't think so. I haven't used Sonic Rifle or anything like that. So he's going to go to the Collector here. He's going to go up to 5. He's going to attack us. We're going to trigger our Spider Sense. When the villain initiates an attack against you, draw a card. We got a Skilled Investigator. And then I think we're going to go ahead and use Grasping Tendrils here. So when the villain initiates an attack against you, cancel that attack. If you paid for this using only punch resources, stun the villain. So I'm going to use, I think I'll use my Helicarrier here for that. Yes, I will do that. I'm going to use the Helicarrier Grasping Tendrils, and Savage Attack. So since I only paid with it Fist resources, he's going to get stunned here. So we stopped that activation and we stunned him. Now we just got an encounter card to deal with. Oh, Fail the Cosmos. Put the highest cost card collection or discard the highest cost card in your hand and put that much threat on the main. We're going to have to do that again. We're going to discard Professor X. It's going to go up to 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 threat. It pops at 10. So we got some thwarting to do. Alright, it's back to us. I'm going to have Venom go ahead and thwart here for 3. So we're going to bring this down to 5. Yeah, we're going to bring that down to 5. Then you're going to use the multi-gun here to remove 2 more, bring it down to 3. I'm going to use the symbiotic bond to generate a wild resource and spend these 2 resources as well for run and gun. We're going to ready Venom and each weapon upgrade I control. So we're going to do all of that. Just going to ready us up. Then what we're going to do is... what do we want to do? Do we want to keep thwarting? I don't think so. I think we're going to go for damage. So I think we're going to do 6 damage to him here. So we're going to do 2. We're going to use both of the pistols. 3, 4. So we're going to do 4 damage, bring him down to 6. We're going to use the multi-gun here to deal 2 damage to an enemy, bring him down to 4. And that's going to end our turn. We're going to ready up and then draw up. He does still have a stun on him, so I'm not feeling too bad right now. Oh, I think that was too many cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I don't remember what was at the bottom. Avengers Mansion, Run and Gun is really good again. Clear the Area is also really good. All right, let's see what we can do. Hopefully he doesn't put any threat on the main. So you go up to 4, he is stunned, so that stops that activation and encounter card. Hinder 2, the player who defeated this scheme may ready their identity. So this side scheme comes in with 5 threat. Let's go ahead and move these over. Let's put it here. It comes in with 5. I think we're going to have to ignore that acceleration icon if I had to guess. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We wanna flip the collector because he's going to put 6 threat as soon as we flip him. So let's see here. Let me read this just to make sure we're good. It says, put the top card of each player's deck face up in the collection. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each card in the collection. Oh, and he puts threat on the main scheme whenever cards go into the collection. Okay, so we have to be really careful. That's why I'm not using Dazzler yet. Man, this is tough. I think we do have to ignore this for now. And just try and do some damage to him. But there are already 6 cards in here. 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6 cards. So we can instantly flip him. It's going to go up to 7. Man, this is tough. Okay, we have to clear the area first. We have to just bring it down to 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the multi-gun here. I'm going to thwart this by 2. Then what we're going to do, I think, is take a damage here to go ahead and play clear the area. We're going to remove 2 more off of it. If it removes the last threat, we're able to draw a card. We got the Sense of Justice. Okay, we're about to get a lot of encounter cards. This is tough. I think we're just going to have to do as much damage as we can, it looks like, and try and finish him next turn. So we're definitely going to stay up here. I think we have to play upside the head just so... Did I spend my symbiotic bond? I think I did, right? But I still think we have it anyways. Yeah, we're definitely going to play upside the head to confuse him. Yeah, okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to swing 4 here. I'm going to use the Helicarrier as an action to reduce the next cost. After your hero makes a basic attack and damages an enemy, confuse that enemy. We're going to go ahead and drop a confuse on him here. And we are dealing 4 damage because we're going to spend both of our pistols. It's going to bring him from 4 down to 0. So a couple things are going to happen. He's going to go into his last phase, phase 3. When revealed, put the top card of each player's deck face up into the collection. Place one threat on the main scheme for each card in the collection. So this is going to come in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. So instantly 7 threat is going to be added to the main scheme, which is really scary. And then because there's also an acceleration icon that I forgot about. I just don't know if I try and play around threat being added. How much health does he have? He has 18. So he's going to come in with 18. Or do I just gun him down? I think we have to thwart. Yeah, as much as I don't want to, I think that's our only option. Yeah, we're just going to have to do a big thwart. I'm going to go ahead and spend these 3 resources here for run and gun. We're going to ready Venom and each upgrade I control. So we're going to ready all of that up. Man, I mean, thwarting 4, what is it? 5 here feels really bad, but it does keep us safe. So we're going to use the multi-gun, remove 2 threat from a scheme, bring this to 5. And then we're going to thwart, use our basic thwart here to bring this down to 2. Because he has a base of 1, but that adds 1 to the power. And I think we're going to flip down. This might be really greedy, but we're going to flip down. And we're going to use Project Rebirth to heal by 3. Go back up to 8 health. And then we're going to draw up. Greedy flip here, but we do kind of, man, the Grasping Tendrils is so bad. We should have stayed up. That was greedy. Too greedy for sure. But you know what? What can you do? We're going to get an encounter card. And, yeah. Let's see what we can do. I didn't want to put Dazzler in the collection just yet because she adds threat when she goes in. I only want to spend her when, you know, we need a big push. But I feel like we're going to get some guard minions coming in, which is going to be scary. So that's 4 cards, 5 and 6. These are not the cards I want to be seeing. Yeah, this is like almost, this is basically a dead hand. That's really bad. Okay, let's see what we can do. I'm going to ready everything up. It's going to go up to 4. Oh yeah, there's no reason I should have flipped down. It's so troll. It might be over. Okay. It's going to go up to 4, right? Because it was at 2. He's going to try and scheme. He can't because he's confused. Now we have 2 encounter cards to deal with. First one, Villainous. And then second one, put the lowest cost card you control face up in the collection. The lowest? Do we do a pistol? No, I think we have to do this. We lose 3 health, so we go down to 5. When a card will be placed in the discard pile, okay, so technically it instantly places it, so we don't add threat here. And then we got this guy with a ton of, you know, a bit of attack on him. All right, it's back to us. Okay. So I think we have to keep the Grasping Tendrils in hand because our hand is literally terrible. Trying to think here. We could do 4. Or do we draw a card or do we heal up? Man, this is tough. I think we can Grasping Tendrils the Collector. Or maybe we do this where after your hero makes a basic attack and damages an enemy, if that enemy is already confused, stun it instead. I think we want to stun Monarch Starstalker. I just don't think we can focus on him at all. I think we just have to ignore him and go for a win here. So I think that's what we have to do. We're going to keep these 2 in hand. We'll confuse him, I guess, with Upside the Head. And just keep these doubles in hand. It just like feels really bad. Yeah, we're just gonna Project Rebirth here for 3 more health, bringing us up to 8. Yeah, I just don't think there's much else we can do. We're gonna flip up here to Venom. We're gonna go ahead and swing on him for 6. So that's gonna be 4 damage from that. Bring him from 18 down to 14. And then we're gonna use the multi-gun here to bring him down to 12. And, man, we definitely need some damage in this hand. Oh, I guess when I did that initial attack, I would have spent this, for upside the head, which would have confused collector. We're going to discard this and I guess just draw up 2 cards. No, let's discard a double, draw up 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, run and gun, I think we might have it with that. Let's see how we're going to ready up. Okay, let's see what we can do. So it's going to go up to 6 here. The collector is going to attack us. When he initiates the attack, we will draw off of Spider Sense. Savage attack might just do it here. We're going to go ahead and spend Grasping Tendrils. Hero Interrupt Defense. When the villain initiates an attack, cancel it. If you use this using only fist resources, he's also stunned. So he's stunned as well here. Monarch Star Stalker is going to attack us. Now, I need to think about this real quick. So we have 6. We have exact lethal on the board. And then Dazzler might be able to defend us. I think we just take this attack. So he's going to attack with 2. He has Villainous. Put Psionic Ghost into play. Okay. So I'm not sure if he attacks me as well, but we're confused here. I'm going to say they do both attack me. So I'm going to go down to 4 health. And we have an encounter card to deal with. Come on. Caught Up Guard. Okay. Whew. Discard an upgrade or support you control. I think it has to be Spider Sense, right? It's the only one we don't need anymore. Yeah. So we're going to discard this, but this says when a card would be placed in the discard pile from play, place it face up in the collection instead. So that's what we're going to do. That's what he says here. And then we're going to place 1 threat on the main scheme. That's not... He's not actually scheming, so he does get to do that. It brings it to 7, and this should be the game here. We have the running gun in hand. Savage attack, yeah. This should be it. So, none of these guys have guard or anything we need to really care about. Let's go ahead and put them down here. It's kind of a messy play area. These guys don't have guard. We were dealing with this, what's it called? We were dealing with this acceleration icon the whole game because I didn't want to remove it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in the collection here at the end of the game, and they should be the end of it. Okay, so we're ready up. I'm going to go ahead and add Venom, swing onto the collector here. We're going to exhaust both pistols. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, bring him from 12 down to 8. Then we're going to spend the multi-gun here, deal 2 damage to an enemy, bring him from 8 down to 6. And then we're going to just go ahead, spend these 3 resources. We're going to play a run and gun. We're going to ready Venom in each weapon upgrade we control. So ready a Venom, ready up each weapon upgrade. We're going to swing 2 and then use both of these interrupts. Give them +1 for the activation. So 2, 3, 4 from 6 down to 2. And then we're going to spend the multi-gun. We had the triple, I wouldn't say it was like the god first turn, but we literally got every single upgrade weapon down on the first turn. Really showcasing the power that Venom showed me when I was first starting the game. As my first hero after the core box, you're going to use a multi-gun activation, deal 2 damage to an enemy. You're going to target the collector, bring it from 2 down to 0, and that is the game. That is defeating the weekly challenge, week 13, first attempt. The collector is so much easier when you don't have to deal with removing all of these from the collection because, oh my goodness, 2 resources or an exhaust is crazy. Yeah, we were able to do it. Even Dazzler could have done 2 more, but she would have gone into the collection and then it would have added 1 threat. Then we would have lost a threat next turn. But yeah, that is that. That is, the collector defeated. That was a ton of fun. I haven't played Venom in so long, and that was he's just as fun as I remember him. I love the Grasping Tendrils card, how it combos well with the Spider Sense, how he gets that that Peter Parker-esque card draw. I love the little economy. He takes the damage, extra economy. This Project Rebirth is probably one of the most insane support cards in the entire game, and it's just a ton of fun. We'll go ahead and do the deck list here like we normally do, but that was a good game. I'm pretty satisfied with that. It was fun. All right, so here we are at the table, and this is the deck list we used to take on Collector for this week's Fantasy Fight Game Challenge. So right here, obviously, we have Venom's 15 specific hero identity cards. Obviously, we got the insane turn one where we got all three of our weapons out at the cost of getting an extra encounter card. But this multi-gun, as always, puts in so much work, gets around the stuns, confuses, just makes everything so much cleaner. Onto our resources, we're on the 3, double resources here, and the 2 justice doubles. We're on superpowered training because Venom has so many good targets for it. Obviously, multi-gun is #1 priority, but you can also get the spider sense, which is so crazy. Turns you into Peter Parker from the core box. Plus, it combos with grasping tendrils. Absolutely crazy. Let's look at the basic upgrades we have here. So we're on side holster just because we have a card. The sonic rifle in here that you'll see here in a bit. Endurance, of course, the 3 extra health is basically 3 extra wild resources. We have Helicarrier and Avengers Mansion. Those are classics. Those are staples. When we're doing these weekly challenges, I like relying on some staples, playing some strong cards, but also some fun and thematic cards. Speaking of cards that aren't very thematic, we're on Professor X and Nick Fury here. Professor X makes a ton of sense. We can confuse this villain. We have a lot of things that combo well with confusion. And we have Nick Fury, of course, the classic hero, core box ally, except against the Collector, these two are kind of bad. I wouldn't really say bad because we can't really lose the collection with this challenge, but they automatically own the collection. You can't do anything about it. You got to see that I was able to play around Dazzler by not actually using her activation, so she was defeated until the very end if I needed to push, because I knew that I needed to manage the cards going into the collection. A Spider Woman, obviously we never got a chance to play her, but she's really good, especially if the Collector is confused because she's 2 cost, and any of his minions were confused. Dazzler comes in, confuses an enemy. It's just really good. Professor X, but costs 1 more. And she doesn't go away at the end of the round. Now we're going to go into the Justice events. We're on 1, clear the area, 2, multitasking. On the stream I was kind of thinking, what kind of ratio I should do this with. I just set it 1 and 2. The 1 clear the area did come in clutch. I think I should have made all 3 of them clear the areas, to be fair. But and then the triple upside the head. I forgot to put in Think Fast in this deck when I was making it, even though I mentioned it. This is essentially the same thing. Obviously it's contingent on using our basic activation, but Venom is almost always basic attacking. So this kind of was Think Fast, except I didn't need to take a damage, so I was able to get some couple of clutch confuses and things like that down on the table. We're on a Skilled Investigator just in case, we got our player side scheme, just a little bit of card draw. Collector has some schemes, but I realize we don't really want to be clearing them. Sense of Justice, just to give us, a resource generator for our 1-cost thwart events. Float Like a Butterfly, just in case, we were sitting on a Confuse for a while. It really adds a lot of damage with Venom. We get 2 damage up to 3 with the multi-gun. We get 4 damage up to 5 with our basic activation, and then if we get a run and gun to ready everything, that's another 2 extra damage. So we did 4 extra just for that, just for having a Confused status on him, which is really good. Then we're on the 2 sonic rifle here. Just a more permanent and consistent way of hitting a Confuse. It is 3 costs, but it does give us 2 Confuses, which is really nice. And yeah, that's basically the deck list. This week's challenge was a ton of fun. It made one of the most dreaded, I would say, villains in this game a lot of fun. You didn't have to worry about the collection, but he's still a challenge on Extra because, like I said, with this when revealed ability, he is able to instantly pop the main scheme if you're not being careful. Like if you had 10 cards in the collection before you managed to get him into phase 3, he would instantly it would hit 10 no matter how much threat you had on it, unless you had an under surveillance, which now that I'm thinking about it, I could and should have put in this deck, but I did not. But yeah, unless you had that under surveillance, it would make it 14, but it would instantly pop, and that's pretty scary. But that was a ton of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's challenge. We're going to be uploading these pretty consistently on this day, either Friday or Saturday every week, and then you'll have to look out for Marvel Rewind if you haven't. Check that out. Check out the explanation video and the first episode, which was Spider-Man versus Rhino. Ton of fun. Really excited for that series. A lot of fun things going on the channel right now. And yeah, I'm looking forward to you guys being there with me and hanging out and chilling out. Let me know if you guys completed this challenge, who you completed it with, if this changed your perspective on Collector, even just a little bit, Collector 1. And yeah, that's going to be all for today. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.